Broughton, United Kingdom. Airbus makes parts for airplanes, including the biggest wings in the world. These 150-foot behemoths are for the A380 Super Jumbo. Mike Gladwin heads up the dispatch team, one of the most stressful jobs on site.
Can you get that, say, half hour?
Today, he's responsible for 4 A320 wings. The ultra-sophisticated pieces of aviation hardware take over 2 months to build.
It is a lot of money, but it's an expensive product. There's nothing cheap about this.
But Gladwin has a huge problem. The wings in Wales need to be fitted to aircraft bodies 540 miles away in Germany.
I know you're under a bit of pressure, but any idea of the timing?
There's only one machine for the job. Beluga, the A300-600 ST. The ST stands for Super Transporter. Cargo deck, 50,000 cubic feet. Maximum load, 47 tons. That's about 9 Army Humvees. Beluga has the largest cargo deck in the world and the biggest airplane door in aviation history. With a top speed of over 600 miles per hour and a range of 2,800 miles, Beluga is designed from the ground up to move big loads over big distances. Crew: Alain Marchezo, Loadmaster. Didier Gross, co-pilot. Captain, Francois Canton. One of only 20 people on the planet who pilot the whale.
There's only 5 Belugas worldwide, and it's something so unusual, so incredible. I love it.
Beluga is on its final descent into Broughton.
Turn right, heading 005. We expect to start descent within the next 5 minutes.
Beluga's enormous cargo deck is unique. Its unusual shape is also an Achilles heel. 25-foot sides make the plane susceptible to crosswinds, especially during takeoffs and landings. The crew keeps an eye on the weather. A storm front with winds gusting over 45 miles per hour is heading in from the Irish Sea.
You just have to get used to it because it behaves in a kind of different way.
Beluga needs to land, load the wings, and take off before the storm hits. Attempting any part of the mission in wind speeds over 35 miles per hour could be fatal. Beluga is minutes away. It's Gladwin's job to have the multi-million-dollar wings ready.
It can be stressful. If you start to rush things, have an accident.
Paul Anderson is in charge of transferring the wings onto the transporter jigs.
Oh, if we're late, the crew get very upset.
Each jig is specially designed to hold 2 A320 wings. The jigs are loaded onto Beluga and locked down in the cargo hold. Paul spots a problem with one of the jig's clamps. It's not lined up properly.
Say like this now. Look at the angle of that.
It's going to slow down the job, but the wing has to be lifted and realigned. 33,000 feet above, Beluga is on its final approach. And preparing to fight strong winds blowing across the runway. Beluga can't land in winds above 35 miles per hour. It's too dangerous. At ground level, the crosswinds are already averaging 23 miles per hour.
You can both feel that the size of the other aircraft is it's quite sensitive to crosswind.
Beluga's shape makes the aircraft incredibly tough to control, especially when landing at 125 miles per hour. Air traffic controller Jeff Miller is acutely aware of the danger.
The actual shape of the aircraft makes the fuselage act like a big sail, so if the wind's coming from the side, it'll obviously try and push the aircraft off the runway.
Beluga is coming in fast. The success of the mission and an 86-ton whale of a plane are in Canton's capable hands. Beluga is on its final approach. Crosswinds buffet the whale-shaped plane. Captain Canton moves to steady the aircraft by pulling Beluga's nose into the wind. Up in the tower, Jeff Miller knows how dangerous it is to land ordinary aircraft in strong crosswinds. And Beluga is no ordinary aircraft.
We have seen the aircraft crabbing in, which is coming in sort of sideways to the runway, and they kick it straight right at the last minute. Such a potentially dangerous maneuver. We actually put the fire engines on standby so they're all manned up, ready to go if the worst does happen. Yeah, you do get concerned.
400.
Canton must point the aircraft into the wind and then straighten it out just before it hits the runway. If he gets the approach wrong, Beluga's starboard wing could clip the ground.
De 10 pour 15 mètres.
105, I have an amendment. Right,
They're down.
Hey, je te donne 1h50. Ça marche.
Go from here, Yankee to the end, vacate right. Taxi to Charlie via Charlie, report closing down.
They now have 90 minutes to load up and get out. There's another storm coming in with 45-mile-per-hour winds, which is enough to ground Beluga and delay delivering the wings. This is Beluga's 90-ton self-propelled loader. It can transport and load the wings in just a few minutes. Beluga's lowered nose allows the entire front of the fuselage to open. Two incredibly strong pistons open the whale's enormous mouth. The opening is almost 40 feet high, but the incredible loading capacity comes at a price. The open mouth acts like a huge sail, putting enormous pressure on the hinges. A major gust of wind could rip the mouth right off. And with a storm approaching, the wind speed is rising. Using high-precision lasers, the loader is designed to match Beluga's height and angle. Loadmaster Elaine Marchesso is in charge of the transfer.
Ready to go?
The first set of wings is being loaded when, without warning, Beluga's control panel shuts operations down. Even Marchesso has no idea why. With a storm closing in and the wind speed rising, two multi-million-dollar wings are stuck in Beluga's jaws. To save Beluga, the wings, and the mission, Mike Gladwin must fix the problem immediately.
at the moment doesn't look very good.
Dispatch manager Mike Gladwin is worried.
I've never seen him do this before.
Finally, Loadmaster Elaine Marchesso discovers why the wings won't budge. The tracks on the plane and the loader aren't perfectly aligned. They're half a degree off.
So we have to do it manually on this? Okay.
Beluga has a highly accurate leveling system. By increasing the pressure in the front wheel's hydraulic suspension, Beluga can quickly raise its front end.
Okay?
The plane and the loader are now fully aligned. And the first set of wings roll on. Then, the second set.
Just put the second wing set on now.
With the storm approaching, Beluga has just minutes to get off the ground. Captain Canton does a final check on the weather conditions.
Well, we have easterly winds.
The wind is blowing right across the runway. Beluga is filled with 16 tons of precious cargo, 9,000 gallons of jet fuel, and is about to head down the runway through 30-mile-per-hour crosswinds.
It might be a bit bumpy after takeoff.
It's Captain Canton's job to get Beluga into the air, despite the difficult conditions. He'll have to steer the giant plane into the wind as he accelerates down the runway. Righting the plane the moment it takes off. Captain Canton has made it, and Beluga is finally headed to Germany with a belly full of multi-million-dollar wings.